All right. Hey. Oh, wait. Where? Anna, and then Jennifer. Hi. I'm just letting people in so you're not sitting in the waiting room. Logan. Logan, I just had you, didn't I? And Sebastian. Skylar. Admit all. Admit all. There we go. It's working. It's working. And Infinity. Awesome. Sorry, the beginning of class is kind of clunky because I have to let people in one by one. We'll figure that out. Admit. Hey, Infinity. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Hi.
Hi. It's been oh, I love your wall.
Oh, thank you.
Super.
I'm so glad I have a backdrop for Zoom.
Yeah, a one that you made yourself. It's like a real.
Exactly.
I know.
It's perfect.
Oh my gosh, I love the David Bowie one from The Labyrinth. That is like,
Oh my God, you recognized it.
oh yeah.
Labyrinth's my favorite movie.
Yes, I grew up watching that. I would watch it and rewatch it, and I was like, I would totally become the Goblin Queen.
I thought the same thing. So
Uh-oh, you froze. That'll happen from time to time. Infinity, you froze. Okay. Well, she'll come back on.
I froze for a second.
Okay. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I'm back.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I just said I think everyone wanted to be Sarah in that movie.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Everyone. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I know. What a cool, but like wanting to give your little brother away to the Goblin King and just like.
I know. Like, how rude.
Yeah, that was a little bit harsh.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my little sister's annoying sometimes, but I wouldn't give her to the goblins, I don't think.
I know. Maybe just like move away. I don't know.
Exactly. A solution for everything.
Oh, Stella. Stella's there we go. Hey, just so you Hey, Robert. Just so you guys know, you can go down to the bottom where it says participants, and if you want to change your name to like your nickname or something, you can do that. And it looks like a lot of you have already changed your icons too. Alex is a dinosaur, Stella is a cat. Logan is some like bodybuilder. There we go. Letting in. Yeah, sorry. The beginning of class, like I said, is kind of clunky because I'm letting people in one by one. Oh, there you are, Robert. Cool. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of crazy, everyone. I know that it's really clunky to have the, here, let me pin my video. There we go. Yeah, it's really clunky to do this, right? So just like a Zoom kind of, I guess, tutorial really quick. You can go to the bottom and there's a chat box. So if you're ever like, hey, Miss Yost, I have a question, you can put the question in the chat box, or you can click on where it says participants, which is at the bottom as well. And that's where you can find your name. So if you click participants at the bottom, it should have everyone at the right-hand side, and you can click on more, and that's how you change your name if you want to. And also it allows you to raise your hand. So if you're ever like muted and you have a question, you can either unmute yourself, or what you can do is you can raise your hand, and that lets me know that you have a question. But once again, how you get to that is you go to the very bottom of your screen, click on participants, and the right-hand side or wherever pops up all of the people in the class. Then you can hover over your name, and there should be like a raise hand sign. And if you can't find that, then just unmute yourself and say, hey, I have a question, or put it in the chat box. Okay.
Hey, how do you change your name?
So if you click on participants at the bottom, and then are you able to find that?
I figured it out. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then go by your name, and it has all of those menu options. That's going to be the best way. And you know, I'm not going to lie, this really sucks because I love seeing you all in person. Oh, look. Hey, Stella. I see you. And Tali. Oh, I miss you guys so much. This is nuts. This is like wild. Oh, hey, Paige. Oh, it's like a reunion. Oh, I miss. Hey, Indigo. Your video isn't on. You don't have to have your video on, just so you know. Hey, man.
What's good? I was about to say, you almost didn't say my name. I was feeling left out.
I know. Well, I have to click through the whole list of you because I can't see all of you at once. Yeah, and there's some new faces here. Oh wait, no. Madden, I feel like I've had you in class, although I can't tell. Maybe? I don't think I've had you in class. And Logan is, I don't know, is that your dad? That your icon photo is? Or someone? That's ridiculous. Okay, cool. All right, so sorry, I got distracted. So I have a message in the chat that I need to click on gallery view, then half goes on one screen, half on the other. Yeah, perfect. Yes, that's true. Gallery, yes, thank you. I know I'm learning Zoom just right along with you. So I just wanted to go ahead and start. I know that this can be a little bit difficult because being in person is much better. Learning graphic design, we should be learning this on computers where you have access to InDesign and Illustrator. Let me admit more people into the class. But just so you know, all of our Zoom meetings and everything are recorded, which I'm sure your teachers told you in first period. But we're going to do our best. So what I'm currently working on right now for you guys is being able to have access to all of our programs remotely through your Chromebook, because you can't download the full version of Illustrator and InDesign and all that to your Chromebooks. It just wouldn't be able to handle it. So right now, what I'm working on is getting you access, which I know this sounds weird, but you can actually remotely access the computers at school through this app. So you could technically be working on a school computer through your Chromebook, if that makes sense. I know that sounds really weird, but it's called Remote Desktop Connection. And I did it in college where if I needed to work on a program at my college from home, I would click on it and then it would allow me to have access to that computer and work on it remotely. So that's what I'm working on for this class. IT hasn't got back to me, so I'm not 100% sure if we will. However, we will still learn graphic design. You will still be able to understand the fundamentals and go through the design process, which is the main learning target that we do have for this class. So even though we have to learn remotely, you're still going to get all of the content. We just may not be able to design completely on Illustrator. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I know this class, you probably wanted to take it because you were excited about design, and I'm excited about teaching it, but it's kind of like popping your excitement bubble when you have to learn remotely like this. So I'm doing my best to get the tools to you, but that might take a little bit of time. Plus you're gonna have to learn how to do it on your Chromebook if we do get them. So just letting you know, working on getting everything to you. But what I wanted to start with was, I keep getting emails, and I hope it's not kids that are not able to get in, because sometimes people are emailing me saying, hey, I can't get in. Okay. So a lot of people are saying that they can't get in. So let me graphic design 1, click on these Zoom link on the calendar for class. Okay, sorry. This first day is going to be kind of clunky. So if you can bear with me, I'm just going to respond to their questions, and which I hate doing while I'm doing this, but I want to make sure everyone can get into class, because it looks like, okay. And if you have friends that are supposed to be in class and they can't get in, tell them go to the calendar, and that should let them in. Okay, so there shouldn't be a meeting password. Could someone tell me, did you need a meeting password to get in? Yeah, versus Tali, you did, but everyone else didn't. That's so weird.
Yeah, I needed one, but then I went on the calendar and I went through there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
I could find the one on the calendar. I'd use the one that you sent through the email.
Okay.
Like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, but
Yeah.
I didn't see one on the calendar.
Was the Canvas one ever supposed to work?
Yeah, so on the Canvas page, if you click on the calendar, I will always have the Zoom link there. But I sent it in the email too because I was worried that people wouldn't check Canvas. So yeah, so I'll go into that. But the calendar is where I'm gonna have literally everything that we're gonna do each day so that it's easy to find. Because I know you all are having to deal with so much right now that I just wanted to make it easy. So the calendar is going to be where I keep everything. And I'll show you how to get there too. Okay. Thanks for being patient. It looks like we got a few more people coming in. And just one more time, these are always recorded. So if you miss it or you come in like halfway through, you can go back the next day because it takes like an hour or two to upload such a big file to YouTube. You can always come back and I will have the YouTube video of this screen recording up for you so that you can go back and review it. So that's kind of helpful. All right. So one thing I wanted to ask you all is just so I can see if the chat is working for everyone. In the chat, I want you to write, how late have you been going to bed? Because I know some people have been going to bed at like 7 a.m. Which is insane to me because that's just so late. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Oh my gosh. How? Okay, 4 a.m. Wow. Well, this must be really hard for you all to be up this early. Infinity's like, oh yeah, been going on K-benders every night. I don't know what that is, and I don't know if that is appropriate. I'm not sure. 10 to 10:30, sometimes 11, 10 p.m. Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, I just get too tired. I used to stay up all night in high school, so I'm right there with you, but I would stay up doing art. So, Infinity, you're shaking your head. Yeah. Let me admit all. Yeah, no, that's so late. That's so late. That's not good for you. I know you hear that from your parents probably. Yeah, my mom would get up in the middle of the night and she'd be like, Cassie, it's a school night. You're up and it's 3 a.m. I'm like, I just gotta finish Harry Potter, Mom. That was when Harry Potter books were coming out. That was forever ago. Okay, enough about that. So I'm glad the chat works and everyone knows where that is. If you don't, bottom of your screen. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get into the class content. Normally I will not take the whole 70 minutes because I know that staring at a screen and having someone talk at you is really boring. You'd rather be doing something. So usually I'll have tutorials or I'll walk us through something so that we don't have to be on Zoom the whole time. For today, I am going to take up some time, but I'll try to get us off here as soon as possible. But what I wanted to say about the class specifically is if you haven't picked up the graphic design art packet from school, you don't have to. It just has paper, colored pencils, a pencil sharpener, and a ruler. It's essentially just if you don't have any art supplies at home, you can get it. But all you need for this class is paper and a pencil, essentially. Because what we're doing is we're going through that graphic design process, and it always starts with sketches, and then it ends with the finished design on a computer, which we're still working out. So if you need that, you can come back to the school anytime and grab that. But if you already have all those supplies, don't worry about it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, just before I start, say, does anyone have any questions about this class or about Zoom or about worries that you have? You can unmute yourself if you want or put it in the chat. You're all here, so I assume you know how to get onto Zoom, which is good. Okay, cool. I'm just scrolling through and seeing who else we have
Yeah,
here.
are there like A days and B days, or do we just have the same classes every day?
So it is the same class every day, which is kind of crazy, right? And that's,
I kinda like it, honestly.
you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do too. Just because we can get through a lot of content really quickly. But yeah, it's going to be the same class every day. Although I'm not going to always have a Zoom, a long Zoom class every day because I'll have projects for you to be working on. And I will have Zoom open if you want to hop on and ask me questions. But for the most part, I will have some kind of tutorial or activity, and then I'll let you go and do that. And then I'll just be hanging out on Zoom. So if you want to pop on and be like, hey, Miss Yost, here's what I drew. How does it look? Or is this what you mean? And then I can give you immediate feedback. That's typically how this is going to work. Just because I don't like wasting time and I want you to be able to do more hands-on stuff. So how my calendar is going to look, on Monday, we typically have direct instruction. Then on Tuesday, I usually have Zoom open and you can hop on and ask me any questions, but Tuesday is probably going to be like a work day and we'll just kind of be on the computer together so you can ask me questions and get the help that you need. Then Wednesday, you can pop in, same thing as Tuesday, and I might have some kind of like, I don't know, like check-in session. And then Thursday is going to be direct instruction where I do have a lesson. And then Friday is going to be similar to that work day. It doesn't mean that like Tuesday and Friday, you can just like check out. I do need you to hop on Zoom because I might have, I don't know, like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, this is something else that I need you to do. So the calendar is going to be your best friend. If there's a day where I'm like, no Zoom at all, I'll put it on the calendar. But the expectation is that we check in every day on Zoom. And it won't be for a really long time. Any other questions? Okay. I just want to check in really quick. How many of you, and you can do thumbs up, how many of you actually wanted to be in this class? Thumbs up. Okay, and then you can do the sideways thumb if you are in this class and you don't know why. Okay, cool. Because sometimes, because I'm an elective, people will get thrown in this class. Thank you. Because they're like, oh, I didn't have any other class, which is totally fine. I try to make it really fun and do some really cool stuff. Oh, Jason, sorry. Yes, on Zoom League on Canvas, it said it started at 8, but now it's 9:50. Yeah, sorry, I did not update that. Please be patient with me. I am still getting my Zoom feet underneath me. So today after school, I'm actually going to update all of our Zoom links so that they're accurate for each class. So thank you for being patient with me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you all just so you can see what we have going on. And it might like freeze for a second, but that's just technology. So I'm gonna share my screen so we can get started with our work. Here we go. All right. So graphic design day 1. So here's Canvas. Hopefully everyone knows how to get to Canvas. And there is the calendar. This is where everything's going to live. So for today, and your calendar is going to look a lot different than mine because I have teacher stuff on here. So graphic design day 1, it will always have the link to Zoom. I should put the password in there in case some of you do need it, but most of you didn't. The lesson, the activity, and then the homework. So if you're ever like, oh no, I missed class, everything is here so you know what we're doing each day. So the lesson is right here. It goes to Google Doc. I try to make it as clear as possible. You always just start at the top and work your way down. So what we're learning, tips for learning from home, how to get to Canvas, how to get to Zoom, which you all know how to do, obviously, how to use Google Drive for class. The reason why I do this, even though I know some of you, a lot of you already know how to do all this stuff, is because sometimes I get new students from other schools, or I get freshmen and they haven't worked on Canvas before, or they haven't used Google Drive. So I just want to make sure everyone knows how to do this, because at the beginning of every year, there's always someone who's like, I've never used this before. None of my teachers have ever used it. So I have to make sure everyone knows how to do this. So the directions, what you're going to do is you're going to go in order of 1 through 5. And there's this guide to learning from home. And this you can go through. It just has tips about the best ways to like get you ready to learn from home. The best tip that's on there that I recommend for everyone is taking notes by hand, because I don't know about you, but Zoom is really boring for me. And whenever we have staff meetings, I'm always like, can this just be over already? And the best way to kind of like keep focused is to take notes while I'm talking by hand. Just so if I say anything, you're like, oh, okay, I need to remember to do this. Then watch these 2 tutorials on how to submit a photo to Canvas. I'm going to show you how to do this, but I highly encourage you all to have Canvas on your phone. So I would download the Canvas app to your phone if you haven't already, because you're going to take photos of your drawings and work and upload that photo to Canvas. And the easiest way to do that is on your phone. Otherwise, you're going to have to email yourself your photo and then download it and then attach it, and that's really annoying. Any questions so far? You can put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask. Okay. The other apps that I recommend downloading to your phone, if you haven't downloaded Canvas already, download Google Drive, Google Meet, Hangouts. Let me change that. Google Hangouts is for the days that I'm not doing Zoom with you, but you want to chat with me and ask me questions. I'll have Google Hangouts open, so you can just pop on and you'll see that I'm available and you can send me a message. And then if you want, I can do one-on-one Zooms where I'm just working with you one-on-one and answering questions. So just FYI. Then watch these tutorials. So number 3, I have this picture and you click on it and you can get to the link of my YouTube tutorials. And this is just like how I want you to use Google Drive, how to get to our apps, how to Zoom, which you probably don't need to watch that now, and then Google Apps for class. It's all of these tutorials are really important in case you're like, I'm not really good with Google Drive. I have all of that there for you guys. And then finally, I need everyone to take this survey, which is this link. And it's important to take that just because I need to know like what you need from me. Because I know some of us have to watch siblings, or some of us, we don't really learn very well via reading directions, but you learn better when I explain it verbally. So the link will help me know how I can make this better for you. And also, because I can't see you in person, it's hard for me to read body language. So if you're not understanding something, it is really, really important that you email me or write a message or ask to do a one-on-one Zoom, just because I want to be able to help you with that. If you have a drawing tablet and a drawing program, would that be a good alternative to taking a picture? Yeah, absolutely. If you know how to export your drawing from your tablet, like I have an iPad that I draw on. If you can export that and then email it to yourself, or maybe on your tablet if you download the Canvas app and attach it through there, that totally works. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to, that's really cool. Google Drive is disabled for all BSD Google accounts, Hangouts, not Drive. Oh, Google Hangouts is disabled. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so don't worry about downloading Google Hangouts. That is unfortunate. I guess I'm just gonna have to communicate with you all via Zoom. So what I'll do is I'll just stay on Zoom for the majority of the day, and whenever you want to pop on and ask questions. Your computer doesn't work and I couldn't see your screen. Oh, okay. If you can't see my screen, if that ever happens, just go to Canvas and take a look at our agenda for the day, because I have links to everything. I'm just going over the Google Doc. That is the Intro to Distance Learning. That's what I'm talking about. It has all of those links. Any other questions? Okay. So let me go on to what we are doing today. You know, I didn't even tell you guys about myself. I know a lot of you, so you do know my background, but yeah. So I'm Miss Yost, in case I didn't say that. I just dove right on in. But this is my 7th year teaching from Beaverton. This is my 1st year teaching online. So thank you for being patient with me. But I grew up in Oregon, and I actually worked in the corporate world before becoming a teacher. So my background is in marketing research and graphic design. But I also have my own photography business that I run every summer. I just do elopements and weddings, which I know a lot of you know that if you've had photography with me. But I teach photography, graphic design, video editing as well. And then if you ever have questions about like getting a job or needing to build a resume, I'm happy to help with that too. But yeah, and I won't always be in here. This is actually my office at home. They just recommended that we didn't go into school today if we wanted to teach from our class, because the buildings are smoky, because the air filtration system wasn't working over the weekend. So that's why I'm here, but you won't typically see me in my office. It's kind of messy right now, but yeah, lots of stuff. Okay. The fire alarm went off. Oh, at the school because of the, oh, I'm sure it did because of the smoke. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't go in today. All right. So that's a little bit about me. I know it's not like really interesting to learn about your teachers all the time. So I don't really go as in depth as other people do. Okay. So the next thing that we have is our 2 activities. And these are things that you can do after we get off of class because we're almost done. I'm just gonna list what we need to do for today and then I'll let you go. So activity 1 is the About You video response. And here we go. So because I can't see you in person and I can't ask you like who you are and that kind of thing, and I know not everyone wants to like unmute themselves and like bare themselves and talk about who they are on a video in front of other people, I decided to make an assignment. And this tells me that you know how to turn stuff in on Canvas. So the assignment itself is, what is your name and grade? What are things that you're excited about for this year or worried about? Why did you take this class? And what is your favorite song? But you have to do a video response where you do a video to me. And it's super easy. All you have to do is hit submit assignment and then record. And I have a video that shows you how to do that too, in case you're like, how do I do this, Miss Yost? What if my camera doesn't work? Oh, if your camera doesn't work, then I'll actually edit this so that you can do a text response. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. I didn't think about that. If your camera doesn't work, then just do a text response. That's totally fine. I think it also records just audio. So you could do just audio too, where you talk. Hopefully your microphone works. But let me change this so that you can do a text entry. Yeah, your mic works. Okay, so then just do an audio recording. It's a lot quicker than typing. I don't know if any of you do voice to text when you're doing like a text message to your friends, but I get really lazy. Yeah, I get really lazy and I do the voice to text whenever I'm texting my friends, especially if I have a lot to say. And it messes up like all of my words, so I sound like a crazy person. I know, Jane. So yeah, there we go, fixed it. So that's the first one that I want. And this just makes sure that I know that you all know how to turn something in on Canvas, because sometimes it's really confusing. The other thing I'm gonna have you do is our first graphic design project. And that's, if I go back to modules, modules always has everything listed too. So we're in unit 1, intro to class name tag. So this one, I would definitely do on your phone because you're gonna have to take a photo of something that you are drawing and you're going to upload it to this assignment. So the intro to class name tag is, and these are tutorials that show you how to do it in case you're confused, or at least how to turn it in. What you're gonna do is you need a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what size it is or what paper it is, pencil or colored markers or crayons. If you want color, you don't have to. And then on a piece of paper, you're going to, I wrote draw your name, you're gonna write your name. I obviously am not an English teacher. On a piece of paper, you're going to write your name. And then I want you to do all of these. In the left corner, you're gonna list your favorite food. I feel like I'm in a TikTok video. I still don't know how to do TikTok, by the way. In the left corner, you're gonna list your favorite food. In the right corner, list your favorite song. In the bottom left corner, list your favorite thing to do. And then in the right corner, write a dream that you have. And then you can decorate it with shapes and colors or whatever else you want. So here's my example. I wrote Miss Yost. Right now, I'm a big fan of Coolip. My favorite song is Flightless Bird, American Mouth by Iron and Wine. It's also on the first Twilight movie, which almost ruined it for me, but it's still a good song. Equality for all. I definitely, that's a big dream for me. And then I love photography, obviously. And so what if you don't have a favorite song? Good question. Maybe a favorite movie or a favorite artist or we already did favorite food. Maybe a place that you want to go. So it could be a free area. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. Any questions about that? Other questions? Okay. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to draw that, take a photo of it with your phone. So I usually just like put the piece of paper on a flat surface and then take a photo from directly above. And then you'll upload that to Canvas and that will be it. So let me show you really quickly on the calendar. I'm gonna move this over. Okay, so on the calendar, you will notice that, and I know this is kind of weird, you'll notice that there's a little calendar icon next to your classes, and that kind of shows you the agenda, what we're doing today. But over here, you'll notice that this is a little pencil and piece of paper. That icon shows that there's something due that day. So your intro to class name tag is due by Thursday. And then your About You video response is due Monday. Okay, I didn't want to make everything due all at once because I know your other teachers are probably going to have you do something and I don't want you overwhelmed the first day. So that's just a little information about how the calendar works, at least for me, is that I will always have what's due right here on the day that it's due. Okay, so let's go ahead and click that again. Okay, so that is our agenda for the day itself. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Oh, Leo, dang, Leo was waiting to get in. I wonder if I think I might disable the waiting room so you guys don't have to wait for me to let you in. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a note of that because that's kind of annoying having to wait for me to let you in. So I'm gonna make a note, disable waiting room. Okay. So before I let you all go, do you have any questions for me? No, some of you are shaking your heads. I'm really sad because I do want to get to know all of you, and that's actually my favorite part of teaching, is to get to meet you and to laugh and do really fun stuff. Will it be the same Zoom link window or a new one? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one Zoom link that'll work for us the rest of the quarter. And it will always be in the calendar, and I'm going to make it just for this class so we don't have any like weird overlap with other classes, and it will always be in the calendar. So when class starts, just go to the calendar and click on the Zoom link and it should let you in, okay? But for the most part, everyone's got in. But yes, it should be the same Zoom link. Just click on the calendar for tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like Reese is getting in too. What I'm gonna do after class, after this is done recording, I will upload it to Canvas, and I'll do that every day so that you can go back and re-review my lesson or anything that I had in case you need to, because I know that helped me too when I was in school, or at least in college. And tomorrow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a check-in, and we're going to start diving into the basics of graphic design, which is the principles and elements of art. But yeah, I'm hoping that this will be really fun for you all, because I know that learning from home is not fun. And the most important thing to me is your mental health and your physical health. So if you ever need to talk, or if you need anything at all, please let me know. You all should have my email address It's on Canvas. And I will always have Zoom drop-in hours, like office hours from 12 to 1 each day. I'll leave the Zoom link and I'll have it open for everyone. So if they want to pop in, you just have to go to Canvas and click on the office hours that I have for you. But yeah, that's all I've got for you. Any questions?
What's the other assignment? Is the other assignment other than like your favorite song and whatever? Like, is that due the same day?
Good question. No. So if you go to Canvas, on Thursday, the name tag is due, and then next Monday, the video response is due. And you can always see when the assignments are due because they will show up on your calendar.
All right. So like the day that it shows up, that's the day it's due as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I try to make it like super clear because sometimes, you know, people make a Canvas page and it looks so bad and it looks so confusing that you're just like, I don't know what's going on. And nothing against the admin team, but the Canvas page that they made for us, I'm just like, wait, where do I click? What do you want me to do? So I'm trying to make it very, very clear for you. So the calendar is where everything will essentially be. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, I will be available by email. So if you want to hop off now, you can. If you have questions, let me know. And if you ever want to set up a one-on-one Zoom, I'm happy to do that for you as well. But that's all we've got until tomorrow. And good luck with the rest of your classes. Okay? All right, bye.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have a good
Hopefully
one.
this ends up being a good class.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.